Hi everyone, so today I thought I would show you how to make stencils, just some simple stencils that you can cut and then use to sponge through or use some kind of crafting paste, that kind of thing. Now I have made stencils before, but it's several years ago, so I just thought we'd have a little bit of a recap. So I'm in ScanNCut Canvas Workspace online. You can use the online or the download, whichever you prefer. I'm just using the online version today, and I'm going to go to New Project. I'm going to come to the basic shapes, and the first thing I'm going to do is grab a square, and I'm going to make this square 6 inches. And this is going to be the base of my stencil. So now I'm going to grab a rectangle and I'm going to size it down to about 1/2 inch wide and 1/4 inch high, something like that. It's not vital. Okay, so it's 0.37 high and 0.63 wide. As I say, it's not vital. I'll make it, I'll cut it out, see if it looks okay. If I don't like it, I'll make another one. So I'm going to right click and hit duplicate. And I'll do 6 in total. May need some more, not sure yet. I'm going to select them all by dragging an imaginary box around them. I'm going to come to Edit, Align on the top, and then I'm just going to space them out using the arrows on my keyboard. Now, if you're using the download version, you can distribute them equally. I'm just going to zoom in and then just fiddle about with them a little bit to get, you know, a similar kind of gap between them. I think they look okay. So I'm going to select them all and right click and make them a group. And now I'm just going to zoom back to my mat. I'm going to ungroup them and I'm going to add one more. So I'm just going to right click and duplicate and then position it and then line them up again because I want an odd number and then an even number. So I'm selecting them all, right click, make them a group. Now I'm going to make a duplicate. The duplicate I'm going to ungroup and get rid of 1. So I've got 7 in this row and 6 in this row, and just regroup them. So now I'm just going to position them. So if I go to Edit and center them, and then group them and duplicate them. So this is just all about duplicating and aligning. Just going to leave this here to give me an idea of how many rows I need. So now I'm going to go to Edit, align them centrally, select one group, make another duplicate and put that underneath. And then I might just be able to get one more, so I'll make another one. So now I'm going to select them all, edit, I'll align them all to the left so all this left edge lines up. I'm going to zoom in using the magnifying glass at the top and just see if my blocks of 2 are evenly spaced. And I actually think they probably look okay. So I'm going to select them all, right click and make them a group and just zoom out again. So now I want to centralise this block with the square. So again, I'm going to grab everything, go edit, centre and edit middle. And that will put this block of rectangles centrally to my square. Now, the rectangles are on top of the square, so I'm going to select everything and go to edit and subtract, and then now one object, and basically all these little rectangles have been punched out of the square. So if I fill it with colour, you'll see what I mean. So this is now my stencil template, which I can use for the front of a card, or I can put it on a scrapbook page, anything you want really. So it's just a simple, quick project. I'm going to show you how to cut it, and then in another video I'll show you how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to give it a name up here, so I'm just going to call it Rectangle Stencil. I'm going to save it, say OK, so it's now saved in my projects. You can see it here. And then I'm going to download it. I'm going to transfer it wirelessly to my machine. That's now gone. And then I'm going to cut it. Okay, so I've got my SDX2200 machine turned on, and I'm going to go into the machine and retrieve the file that I've just sent over from ScanNCut Canvas, and you can see it here on the screen. So now I'm going to say OK and save it to the machine. Okay, so that's now saved. I'm going to do a background scan. And on my mat here, I'm not sure how well you'll see this, but I've actually got a laminating pouch that I've laminated, and I just ran the pouch through my laminating machine without any card or paper inside to laminate it together to give me a thicker surface to be able to use as a stencil, because I didn't have any stencil media. So once this comes out of the machine, I can now see my laminating pouch very faintly on the screen, and I'm dragging my stencil into position, just making sure that all my settings are okay, and I'm going to say OK, cut and start. Okay, this is coming to an end now, so I'm just going to say OK, unload the mat, and then I'll show you the stencil. Okay, so I'm just going to peel away the waste, and then I'm going to remove the stencil from the mat, which is cut beautifully with the auto blade technology. There's just a couple of spots that I forgot to pop out, but I'm just putting it on some pink card here in the hope that you can see it better. And I'm going to be making a card with it in my next video. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.